I think you mentioned this again. Look at the Chelsea back line. It goes back and just sits forward. Very tight when you find five takes that, they get the opposite touch left down. I think he's trying to lift that Alexander on, and that's why there's so much pace on it. Next touch, lets it down.
Nice little shot at you actually. I think he fancied getting on the end of that if Salah hadn't touched it. Anyway, who knows? Sanchez again goes long and direct. Something to get across. Here's Salah. Still has that energy, that motivation to keep scoring and creating his Liverpool side. Does seem set to, of course, win the top goal scorer in the Premier League this season on 28 goals, and the next highest being Alexander Isak on 23. But he'll want to make sure. Here's Gakpo. Gakpo, that's a foul. Caicedo couldn't resist.
Never can be did the hard work, showing making Gakpo go back away from goal, and he gives away cheap foul. Ball's going to come in the box. Just got over eager there, Caicedo.
As far as duels are concerned, he hasn't had a direct duel just yet. One on the ground, but he's won one aerial duel so far, which is Caicedo. He's placed a pass either. Has a free kick.
That's when he's just going to try and leave that space between that Chelsea back line and the 6-yard line. Virgil van Dijk is always a difficult target to defend against in these situations.
So that free kick, Jota. He dropped it, and Dijk trying to help it on. Alexander-Arnold brings it back into the penalty area again. Simicas. To be remembered about Liverpool is that they usually score.
I have to say that impressive work by Chelsea there, making Liverpool go all the way back. First Cole Palmer, real intensive. Pressing a yard away from the opponent, and then Madueke on this side. You know, you're 2 yards away, you allow Liverpool to turn and play forward, but not on this occasion. And now they can get back into a really good defensive shape and almost the rest of the games.
In the cup competitions, they lost at home to PSG in the Champions League, lost away to Plymouth Argyle in the FA Cup, and away to Spurs in the League Cup. But in the Premier League, it's that defeat to Nottingham Forest and Anfield. Here's Endo, trying to pull it back.
He's gone forward a lot, hasn't he? Endo's got between the lines. This time he went beyond, passing behind, little clever pass. And Gakpo just got away from it.
Checking the handball. Here's Gakpo. And Gakpo won't quite get it back.
Knocking on the door, so he said, you know, just knocking on the door. There's little 1-2s in around the edge of the box. Gakpo on that left-hand side, Salah on this right-hand side. Just feel that just that final pass has just been off, just that tiny little bit. It's just starting to find their passing mates now. Liverpool.
13th of September, the last time Liverpool didn't score in the Premier League. No issues finding the net. That's the final third, 40.
That's impressive for Chelsea. 69 pressures, 8 resulting turnover. That's where Liverpool was sloppy early on in the game. They give it away again there in that midfield area. So Chelsea just want to have a break, just keep possessing the ball. They've been defending for quite a period of time. That's when they just have a touch of the ball, just manage the game.
Correa. Colwell. Who's wrong that time? That mixing things up, going long and playing past the short. I think referees aim for really is a blueprint. It's worked well for Manchester City and to an extent Arsenal.
And Liverpool as well. Virgil van Dijk. You have to Maresca felt that he was trying to develop, their passing the game, how he wants the game to be played passing, and now he wants to add to that by the longer passing. But Chalobah and Cole will be now the settled centre-half partnership. It wasn't the case earlier on the season, so they'll understand now over a period of time what's expected of them.
Salah into Jones, moving on to Gakpo. Colwell trying to put the pressure on Tsimikas. Gakpo inside to Elliott. Endo. It's Alexander-Arnold. He used Salah as a decoy. They should have played him in.
Yeah, I mean, it was good defending to Cucurella, but if he played Salah in, Cucurella was out of the game. Trying to come inside and make the block.
With energy in Liverpool. Correa. Fernandez. Also, Endo.
Counter-press for Liverpool there, lost the ball. Counter-press, forced ball forward. It's an easy regain for Liverpool. Now they start to find the tempo, their passing, their movement, that little bit sharper.
Alexander-Arnold. This comes in Chalobah's header, and it was dropped. The Jota. Liverpool so far, you can see there 18. Palmer with space. Wants to try to get back. Palmer going on. Wants to stop to touch.
That's a really good recovery there, Bonza. He was so out of position. They're just giving the ball away to their box, and he gambled forward. We've got Palmer many yards on him, and they've got that in this corner. Now, first corner of the game. 73% crossing, but about 76% of those are in swinging. In terms of attempts from corners, they are 7. It's Colwell. It's a main target. Bob knows.
Be the target from this corner. Supporters sitting right in front of Chelsea as they take this corner. It's Fernandez. There's that chance from the World Cup with Argentina. So Fernandez.
As I was saying, I think it's in the back, had issues with the goalkeeper Sanchez at time. That centre half still inexperienced with Chalobah, who's out on loan at the end of the season, Colwell. So that's where they need to, I think, just tighten up.
Correa, big errors as well. Chelsea, a number of them actually from Robert Sanchez that have led to goals. The side who do have a lot of the ball. Only Manchester City have had more accurate passes per match than Chelsea. And more than Liverpool in this campaign, not by much, but still more.
Yeah, that stat of the pitch was surprisingly 16 aggressive passes. Looking how deep that Chelsea are defending. Liverpool still have more, they've had more possession, they've been higher up the pitch. The reason they're champions because they're always looking to penetrate. I think that's something Chelsea can do a little bit better, because when they have played forward, Jackson looked really sharp, as is Neto, and they found themselves in one-on-one situations, which we know the quality that they've got, they can take advantage of.
I mentioned it, Fernandes being the fourth highest. Well, Palmer's the third highest. Here he goes again. Could create a chance there for Jackson. He's just standing still.
He did. You just felt that Cole Palmer there. He was always looking for Nicholas Jackson there. Look, he's 19 yards out, and that left foot. Confident Cole Palmer takes it on, because he's not on. Nicholas Jackson hasn't made the run.
By the way, we're giving credit to Palmer and Fernandes for chances created. The player's created the most big chances is also on the pitch. That's Mohamed Salah for the whole season so far. Compared to Bukayo Saka, same number of big chances created as Cole Palmer. And Salah's second for just general chances created by Fernandes. You see that he's having to go because he's wanting to run. He's having to go backwards. He doesn't want to go back. He's got the quality to go forwards. He wants to take that opportunity. Jones, Gakpo, back to Jones. Free from Neto. Breaks to Jota. Now Alexander-Arnold. Salah for the with Elliott. Alexander-Arnold, goalkeeper came and then rolled back. Neto to put it right.
I wasn't sure what the Sanchez was, because Correa and Madueke doubled up on Mo Salah. He gave Trent Alexander the space to deliver that cross, and a little bit of uncertainty on that back post for Chelsea. They might have a little bit of uncertainty from Liverpool's first corner out from that left-hand side. It's going to be an in-swinger. We know Virgil van Dijk has the most shots from corners, 12 already this season. They're fifth in terms of goals from corners. Arsenal might be above, so it's about quality.
Alice as well. He goes the corner. Correa did very well to find Jackson.
You're absolutely right there about Jackson should be looking to let him run across his body and get forward. It allowed Liverpool to get back in numbers and get their shape, their defensive shape. Just have good possession, but in their own half.
Thompson over from Chelsea. Waking Palmer, Jackson on the forward line. Jackson inside to Fernandes. Back to Jackson. Now Palmer's not happy because he was looking to make a run in the box and he's being torn back. Probably changed the mind for Fernandes in the end.
He might change his mind. Just want that final pass, because Liverpool was stretched. And, you see when Chelsea go forward, there's big open spaces in that Liverpool back line. Just need to take a little bit off that final pass.
Here's Becker. Or Addison, I should say. Playing forward towards Salah. Madueke. And still Palmer. He's in the mood today. Palmer. Make the run inside.
You point out brilliantly, because he looked up and then he just had the picture in his mind that Neto's far post, and then Neto changed his position. And all he needed to do was hold his position, because players of the quality of Palmer will find you. You don't have to find a position. And he just vacated that position, and the opportunity was lost.
To bear in mind, of course, that Liverpool don't have anything to play for. Title already won, but even so, Chelsea impressive first 27 minutes in this one.
players. You know, with the changes, they're playing for their futures. They all want, I assume, they all want to be part of a successful football club who haven't had the opportunities that they would like. To play about Arno Slot, apart from that first 10-15 minutes with Chelsea, obviously got the goal. It took them a little bit of time to find their feet, but their performance has been decent without really creating that chance to get back into the game.
Caicedo.
Top speed, Nicholas Jackson, Neto just in behind. It's quick. Nicholas Jackson for Liverpool. It's Mo Salah still. That's why they signed another 2-year contract, because he's still quick. He's not as quick as he was. He's still quick. He knows how to use his pace.
Expected goal so far 0.92 in Chelsea's favour to 0.33. Cut opportunities. Waco won't reach that. Endo. It's Alderaan into Elliott. Now Endo. Simicas. So far, 70% in Liverpool's favour up to now. Times. Number of passes to Chelsea. Passes good, so 100% of his passes 34 and 34. In saying that, as you said, by the XG, Chelsea created better quality opportunities. What about now? Jones, Jota, Salah, taking it across to Gakpo. Caicedo there. It's Simicas. Neto back defending and defending well.
Impressed with Neto. When he's got back there, he's been really combative. Not a part of his game that we associate with, but he's got back there and really defended with real intensity.
Name of the game, wingers, I can track back now. Front three. So that's what the referee wants. Very further back.
When he's got 40-0, he's created a couple of chances. Obviously, one that led to the goal. Liverpool Simicas has been creative when they come forward. He's there in terms of top speed as well, second behind Nicholas Jackson.
Yes, strong bench for Liverpool. That's the way when you make all those changes. Smiles are plenty. Which of course though is Federico Chiesa. Get to look in. Jota. Situation with Chiesa hasn't really happened for him in this campaign. Hasn't got a look in league football in any case. Going to be interesting. Of course, by the end of the season, if he doesn't play a minute and no academy players fresh for this season play a minute, that'll be the first time a champion has not won the league with a new signing for that campaign, or an academy player making their debut in that campaign since 1971.
Your homework again, that's a fantastic stat. The thing with Chiesa, he's had so many injury problems. You know what an outstanding talent he is. Internationally, so when Liverpool's football is really exciting, not only has he not had the option because of injury, for him, it's an opportunity. And I think they'll be patient with him because the potential there is definitely there.
So what appearances this campaign? It's one more. Going to get it though, of course. Colwyn. Fernandez. Across to Palmer. Neto.
Well, that's combination there. Can't get set, and almost catches him out at his near post. Comes inside, it's a quick flick of the left foot. I don't think Alisson gets there if that's on target.
Pretty close, the Portuguese. Caicedo winning that ball again. Jackson must be offside. Madueke will make sure there's a check anyway. But all the body language from everyone was
It's a really good regain by Chelsea. Caicedo, really good press. And then the first thing Lavia looks to do is play forward, but Liverpool really like a couple of yards outside the box. It's comfortably offside.
Simicast did very well actually, deep and ensuring he got himself back in position. He'll always be alert.
That's all that work on the training ground. And to be honest, been impressed with both the back lines, you know, when they defended the box, really disciplined.
They've had 17 touches in the Chelsea box in this first half. To Chelsea's 11. They're always going to be a threat in a game like this, but Chelsea will still take a lot from this first half, including, as it stands, a lead.
All the stats here, Liverpool are comfortably ahead of that last 3 lines, 10 behind the back line. They're double Chelsea at the most. In terms of 38 behind the back line to Chelsea's 19. But they're a goal behind.
Monza. That would just be cruel.
That would be cruel. I'm sure they're away for 30%. It's been a good spirit in this Liverpool side. You know, it's not just about the players on the pitch, but the players who aren't playing, how they react to not playing as well, which is so important to a successful football team. That's Chelsea just starting to get hold of the ball a little bit more, up to 33% now. Now, because they've exerted so much energy without the ball against the Liverpool side, it's important now when they do get position and possession that they keep it. Cole Palmer for Chelsea.
No choice goalkeeper, Slav Yaros, a senior player, as he stands qualifying for a winner's medal. Simicast. Now Jones.
All that pressure in Chelsea just off, weren't they? Just a couple of yards. That's why Liverpool kept good possession. You know, you just feel that this half-time was come to a good time for Chelsea. They've exerted so much energy, over 100 pressures to Liverpool. Yeah, they just about edged this first half.
On the ball back 4 times. The young midfielder is Kukurea. 4 seconds to play in his first half. Caicedo. Palmer. Jackson.
I think it's where Chelsea players went straight to Jackson, just that play. But look, it's been a decent half. A good goal for them to have made.
Strike the difference between the two sides. Palmer causing problems for Liverpool. Himself ready today. Liverpool have offered a bit, but not enough in this first half. It's Chelsea who lead by a goal to nil. Well, the match stats will tell us that Liverpool had more of the ball, but Chelsea needed to be a threat.
Yes, when Chelsea have had the ball, they've done more with it. 66% possession of Liverpool, 308 passes, more than double that of Chelsea. But look at that, 70 touches in the opposition box for Liverpool to Chelsea. 11, but Chelsea have had 7 shots to their 4. Both had one on target. Chelsea created better opportunities than expected goals. Let's have a look at the attacking threats. I thought Chelsea started very well. And Liverpool made a few mistakes in that first 15 minutes, giving the ball away. They just found their way into the game in that second 15 minutes of the half where they just exerted pressure. But then on the counter attack, Chelsea did cause problems. A couple of opportunities into Jackson early, maybe Waker down his left-hand side and Netter on the right, which caused some problems.
So a good first half of Premier League football. The back and the best of the action.
Hello, I'm Robert Sanchez, and you're watching Premier League Data Zone.
It's It's brilliant!
The expected goal, or XG metric, provides fans with an insight into the quality of a chance by revealing the likelihood of a goal being scored from a shot. All shots are measured on a scale between 0 and 1. The closer the XG value is to 1, the more likely the player is to score a goal. The value given to a shot will take into account the distance and angle to the goal, as well as the position and number of opponents between the ball and the goal. A great chance in any game is a penalty kick. All penalties take place from an identical position with just a goalkeeper between the ball and the goal, so have a consistent XG value of 0.79 or a 79% chance of the shot resulting in a goal. High-quality chances have high XG values. This tap-in for Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson had an XG value of 0.97, reflecting a fantastic opportunity with a 97% likelihood of a goal being scored. A shot from outside the box will have a far lower XG value due to the distance from goal and the number of players between the ball and the target. Long-range strike by Mateo Kovacic had an expected goals value of 0.08, just an 8% likelihood of a goal being scored.
And a fine finish from the Croatian there.
That's a brilliant goal.
Expected goals is an effective way of measuring the performance of a team or individual player in front of goal across the course of the season.
Last time out for them, so they can be a difficult one today.
Yes, they did. Liverpool to show their dominance in terms of possession. Creating opportunities and chances. 60% possession. Actually, 1.4, not good enough. Chelsea's less possession, just under an XG of 1. So it's all about quality in that final third, which they need to find.
Have an element of to and fro about it in the first half. Stands with this scoreline, it would move Chelsea 19 points behind Liverpool, didn't they? Christmas Day, they were only about 4 points behind Liverpool, even though they had a game in hand. With the title mix at that point, even though Inter Maresca said the opposite.
Certainly did, but he was right. It's not what you expect a manager to say. You know, you're in the title race, no, we're not. We've got a lot to do, and in a lot of ways, he was correct. But, start thinking about how they're going to challenge the likes of Liverpool going forward. There's a big gap between these two sides. It's one that the Chelsea fans want to see narrowed at least in the next couple of seasons.
Reverse fixture. Interesting one. The match was also on Premier League Day, so Liverpool winning that game by 2 goals to 1. Curtis Jones had a standout display, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Palmer. Take Manchester again. Samantha. Top of foul.
You see how good they are going forward, but their defensive work has been excellent. Pedro Neto and Palmer combining again to make sure Liverpool don't get a good quality of possession high up in that Chelsea defensive third. And then when they've got possession in the attacking third, they've shown real energy as well. I've been impressed with their forward line.
It's actually Curtis Jones in the Liverpool midfield has lost the most duels so far. Colwill. Madueke urged forward. And Madueke surges, and Jackson didn't really catch hold of it.
No, but firstly, great forward pass by Colwill. Win the ball, forward pass into Madueke. Now he can get his ball back. And Jackson just gets this stuck under his feet. He's just a little bit behind him. Maybe should have just held possession of the ball. You don't criticise a striker for taking on an opportunity to shoot when he has it.
It's a nice save. Alexander-Arnold back into their reckoning the Fantasy Premier League after he was out injured. Here's Salah. Slide the pass through, and he hit the heels of Jones. I don't know if the pass was for Jones.
Got in the way, obviously, as for Gakpo. Now they're out of shape, Liverpool.
Didn't have the numbers, but Chelsea have numbers coming forward. Jackson, and still. He'd isolated. Bonza there, just about held him up.
Yeah, really clever pass. Neto, the weight of the pass was perfect. I thought he lost quality, but then he lost his foot, he lost his balance, and allowed 3 or 4 Liverpool shirts to get back and make the challenge. Same fact as the first half, to be honest. So, they lose possession. Liverpool and Chelsea very quick forward pass, forward runners, energy, and got into the Liverpool penalty box now on a couple of occasions, creating a couple of half half chances.
Nice, take on the cover though. Slater, Tyne and Brighton did play at right back for some games. A total surprise. It's going to be wide in that zone for Chelsea at some point. Madueke, brilliant. To get away from Alexander-Arnold. Madueke. What the pass, letting him down.
Communication between him and Nicholas Jackson letting him down. He looked at Nicholas Jackson and Nicholas Jackson ran away from him. A lovely little turn on the halfway line.
Salah. Salah again. This is Correa. Twists and turns. And still. Correa a little fortunate. Lavia sliding in. And then he was caught, Lavia. By Van Dijk. Gets a yellow card.
Interesting because, you know, Mo Salah elected to stay on his feet. You could duel between him and Correa in the box, and then that's when it's fallen to Lavia, and it's at 50-50. He gets there first, Lavia, I think, yeah, and it's just Virgil van Dijk, it's the studs, it's the top of the boot. That is going to hurt Virgil van Dijk. He's challenged a bit fair, he's not gone over the top. Yellow card, right decision.
Exactly, I'm not sure Salah should be. Van Dijk should be going up to Lavia there, while he's on the floor. He saw they caught him. Certainly would be painful. But with a yellow card for that.
It's interesting you said about the duels against Spurs, of course. I think that's been the difference. Chelsea come out on top in those individual duels, those ones that, you know, into the box there, that look for win possession. I think they might get an opportunity for that. Chelsea have been really determined. It's so massive part of the game.
Lost 4 of his 5 duels up to now, Curtis Jones. Forward, and this could be a problem for Liverpool. Chelsea can move this ball quickly. Fernandes, measured. Madueke, Jackson, is he onside? No, and look at the frustration from Palmer. And the frustration is towards Jackson.
Yeah, he's got to hold his run. Again, brilliant between Enzo Fernandez and Madueke. He gets turned, just hold your run, but he just runs blindly. And he's a big yard offside. He's just got to look across the line, look at whether Madueke, when Madueke is going to release the pass and time his run much better.
Caicedo on the cover against Gakpo. Caicedo in front of the Liverpool supporters. Mariska encouraged.
It gives courage, and you know what, this hybrid role that Caicedo's been asked to do, he seems to quite enjoy it, you know, and gives it Chelsea a new dimension, because as I said, it gets Lavia in the side. We're thinking, how can you get Lavia, Fernandez and Caicedo, you know, in the side, and you know, for the most part, you know, take Caicedo out of that central area of the pitch, but him playing in this wide area and him having the intelligence to join in, to push into that central area, I think he's more than clever enough to put it into practice as he has done in his first 50 minutes of this game. Trying to come out with the ball. So he gets away from Gakpo. Curtis Jones was really well used, his body really well. And Chalobah knows he's not to commit the foul because he's out of position.
Second foul committed. Chalobah today gets the yellow card. Quanta.
Challenge by Caicedo, just about timed it. tries to clear it. But brilliant work by Cole Palmer down that right-hand side. You see Kurt, he clears it straight onto the left thigh of Kwanzaa and deflects into the back of the net. It's not even on Chelsea deserved, because they started this second half off on the front foot and created the best opportunities.
Unfortunately for Jarell Kwanzaa, that's not his first own goal for Liverpool. Goal is confirmed. Therefore, that scoreline for Chelsea. It's actually an appeal from Chelsea just a second before the goal went in the nets. The penalty appeal as well, as Liverpool make a double change. And Jota and Alexander-Arnold make way. And Bradley. To Palmer. He's had a good day. Won't get the assist for that goal either. Again. Second half.
It isn't because it's a second half. It was so difficult to see their Neto's how many step overs, 3 or 4. You can't. It's so difficult to make a run when your wide players making 3 or 4 step overs, and in the end you find yourself making the run too early in there and marking yourself out of the game. So you just need to either take the player on or put it in early.
Cole Palmer created 3 chances in this match, more than anybody else. Such an influence on the game so far.
Chelsea got man for man there. You'll see they'll be marked there. There's a good pressure. Liverpool will be marked. The ball goes forward. And they win possession of the ball. And, that's confidence. That's team that's well coached.
He's won 5 out of 5 ground duels so far, Palmer. But that's an aspect of the bonus.
I'm impressed with him. You can see he's held that position all the time. While the play's going on, you'll never see him coming out of that position because he's going to Lavia, Caicedo to find him. And when you've got good players, that's great. When you haven't got players, you sometimes get a bit frustrated. That's why he's got good possession.
That's by Kwanzaa Jackson. Well, again, Palmer not happy with Jackson, nor is Neto, because the option was for the fullback.
Yeah, I mean, he's done some brilliant work, and then just a poor decision. There's 2-3 players inside the box, and that's what's frustrating about Nicholas Jackson at the moment.
Chelsea looking for more. Jackson couldn't find Madueke. Teammates are happy with him at the moment. Has scored an own goal in the League Cup for Liverpool. Bradley, here's a chance for Liverpool. Can't pick out Salah. That Chalobah read it.
He read it really well. Really well. He stepped in. Just see him, he's just dropping off the 6-yard box where defenders want to defend, but then what he does well, he steps forward. Colwell cuts off that line, the 6-yard line, but he steps forward on the penalty spot. Really good defending between both defenders.
Jones. The attempts. Chelsea no attempts for Liverpool in the second half. Bradley. Tried to pull back to Alexander-Arnold. Jones. Endo. Elliott. Salah. Bradley. Were waiting for the cross.
There's two situations that Bradley's got himself into and he hasn't managed to find a red shirt. We saw Neto find a spare man. Chelsea's first goal, he hasn't done it on 2 occasions in the last couple of minutes. But they've got a corner on that right hand side. It is going to be an in-swinging corner, and we know Virgil van Dijk in or around that penalty spot could be the target.
Goes the corner, Van Dijk and a free header.
And really difficult to get that on target. He's slightly just kept going away from goal, trying to just twist his header onto the target. Chelsea be a bit concerned. It's totally unmarked there. That's unacceptable.
Completed the most passes anyone in the match so far. And the Liverpool supporters are still enjoying themselves. It's Neto. Chelsea fans are enjoying themselves as well. Oh, that needed to be perfectly timed challenge for Jones. I think he just got there in the end.
Yeah, it was perfectly timed. He seemed to be behind Cole Palmer, and as soon as he goes for this challenge, he has got to get it right. Just stretch out a right foot, just perfectly times that. Just centimetres away from giving away a penalty.
Still lost the most duels in the match. So far, 6 of his 9 duels. Intervention in occasion. Silicats. Jones again. On the ball. Liverpool. Chelsea have been at it today. No mistake, they know the fixtures they have remaining. Still a lot of hard work to do. Taking it game by game. Bradley. Look at the pace to get away from Cucurella. And inside it goes to Salah. And that should be a free kick to Liverpool.
Bradley. The only thing I will say, this was just slightly behind Mo Salah. That's why he has to just check his run. And Lavia runs into him, definite foul. First, I just wanted that in front of him so he could let that run across his body onto his left foot and get his shot off. But they might have an attempt on target now for this free kick.
So Liverpool on the edge of the box. I know Harvey Elliott's there. Imagine Mohamed Salah going rank on this one.
This way, so I've no doubt Mohamed Salah will be pulling back on this one.
Let's see. He touches it off actually to Elliott. It's a goal or an assist he's after, don't forget.
Exactly, that would have been an assist. The easiest assist of his career, like a 3-inch assist.
Count. He's missed big chances in this season as well, more than any other player, Mohamed Salah. 5 clear when he asked for the goal-scoring chance. Campaign to remember from the Egyptian. Another campaign to remember from the Egyptian. It's Gakpo. Ducks inside, Neto, and a teasing ball! Colwell on the cover. Important defensive work.
It was because Darwin Núñez, he just got the jump on him. It's a lovely ball by Gakpo, just fed into that. Great defensive header.
Job not done yet for Chelsea.
pressure. And that pass back right foot, and then just clears the area so they can get back into a decent defensive shape. Chelsea. There's been a period of pressure for Liverpool these last 5 minutes. Haven't still created that clear-cut chance. Really good defending by Cole and Shalaba in around that 6-yard box. Let's get to the back.
Chelsea actually in recent times have a good defensive record. And that matches Ipswich when they were 2 in that one. Only a point in the end, which is frustrating. But now they've had a defensive way of things. Hasn't conceded more than 1 goal since the middle of February. So that's that Ipswich game. Here's Elliott. Still Elliott. Took a shot on. Desperate. Endo. Salah. They saved it away. Tsimikas. Too much.
Yeah, good defending. They're high-fiving each other again. Great position. They say they took up at the far post. Armstrong wants more changes.
Summerside has come on. Probably the standout player against Spurs. Van Dijk. Elliott. Out it goes to Salah. Spell this from Liverpool. Salah to clip it in. Nunez! And that is an attempt on goal. But nowhere near it in the end.
Nowhere near. It's a beautiful play by Mo Salah. And what Darwin Nunez does 6 yards out, he just nods his head to I mean, there's a hint of offside. It would have gone to VAR. What he does, he's too eager. He doesn't let that come all the way onto him. He nods his head much too early, and that's why it goes wide. And that's the best chance in the second half of Liverpool.
So Endo and Elliott go off after making their first starts in the Premier League campaign. Now, the reason why they haven't had more starts is because of, principally, McAllister and Summerslide. What a feeling it is, he win the title, come on as a sub. A bit of a rest.
It's been impressive having this Summerslide McAllister this season. Liverpool's had a day off, a well-deserved day off. In that midfield, Liverpool have just struggled a little bit in terms of the duels, in terms of keeping the ball, certainly early on in the game. They certainly had a little bit more quality.
Chelsea, better as far as the ground duels and the aerial duels. Jones. Van Dijk lost an aerial duel today. Jones, McAllister, Tsimikas, Will, and Palmer. Down as a completed pass. McAllister fouled by Neto. Cross their way a little bit now. Tsimikas, and just pull things down.
That's what I was going to say. They're getting into a little tussle with Tsimikas. I mean, it's just part of his game. That's what you love about him. He just, no matter what the situation, he's at 100% all the time.
Stands. There's 20 minutes to play, and Liverpool scored in every away game in this campaign. To continue that run. One here. They might get it. Nunez. And it's just enough from Chalobah.
It was almost a perfect through pass for him. And Chalobah does brilliantly. It's a lovely little bit play, exchange of passes. And he just holds him off, used his strength. Just manages to make contact with that left foot. Just used his strength to hold Darwin Nunez off. And then his left foot makes the challenge. And the opportunity just drifts away from Darwin Nunez. Again, Chalobah, excellent defending in his box.
I'd like to say that Tsimikas has created joint most chances in the match so far with Cole Palmer. Joint most dribbles, successful dribbles, Conor Bradley, he just come on. Speaking of dribbling, Sancho. And it's Jefferson to come off. Best of second halves.
obviously it's Pedro Neto's going to go down that central area and he's been effective. Just give him the ball away cheap. But look, he's 25 touches, 3 in the opposition box, 2 shots on target. It's no goal today for Nicholas Jackson.
For Jadon Sancho takes to the field. Season Chelsea on loan. 3 goals and 4 assists to his name in this campaign. These sort of stats this season for other players in his position. He doesn't rank too well in the department. To change that. 2 games in the campaign.
He's really disappointed, Cody Gakpo, because his first starts just took him away from the goal, and that's what made it difficult for him to just get his quality cross into the box. On the corner though for Liverpool, again in swinging. Simicas. Last time from this side it was a free header. Virgil van Dijk. Just going to let that happen again.
There is a Liverpool corner. It's been an interesting 10 minutes or so where Liverpool not their most dangerous of the match. But about Chelsea on the break. Madueke, brilliant. On to Neto. Blue shirts to his left. Neto goes inside. Chelsea maybe to squeeze the pass away.
Brilliant counter attack. I have to say the defender did brilliant. Alexis McAllister found himself in a one-on-one position with Neto, just stayed on his feet and allowed cover to come round for Liverpool. And it's just so important that you don't dive in when you're playing against quick players. Just hold them up as long as possible. Really good defending.
Jones. To Sommersline.
Look at Chelsea now. Man for man at the back, man for man all over the pitch. It's what makes it so difficult for Liverpool to try and find a spare man. You can see Virgil van Dijk saying you need to make runs because they're under pressure. They're looking for an early run to release that pass forward. But Chelsea, the energy they've got, they're a young side, so they're happy to play man for man. They're good athletes. You need to be athletic at the top of your game. 4 for 4 at the back of the pitch. Can they find the pass? But you need the energy. You see Cole was all the way in on Soboslai. Goes to Liverpool's box. That's him closing the ball down there because he's man for man. No matter where he goes on the pitch, he's going to follow it.
In terms of duels and chances created in this game, Chelsea have been superior, but Liverpool have got more of the ball, all the passing stats in their favour, touches in the opposition box as well. They've carried enough threats here to push, keep this record in every away game.
I think that's a problem for Liverpool. They had 9 shots but only 1 on target. How many, apart from that save in the first half from Robert Sanchez from Cody Gakpo, he hasn't had a lot to do. The ball's gone in the box, it's been defended well by the 2 centre-halves. They need to create that clear-cut opportunity.
Gakpo. Should we see from Chelsea this season? Spell of the game. It's one in which Liverpool looked most commanding. Chelsea have that 2-goal advantage. McAllister.
They're happy to play this one because of the pace they've got at the top end of the pitch. They're happy to sit back deep. But what has been impressive is as soon as they win it, they find a pass forward. It's got Liverpool so many problems.
The pass from Salah, Bradley, number 5.
Swinger. Slides another target. He's into the box there. The corners that they've come up with, he's been involved in. So this one coming to the box, but the spare players on the edge of the box, Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai have dropped forward.
Here's the corner, away by Chalobah. Break on potential here for Chelsea when Liverpool come forward. Back by Palmer. What can he produce here? To run away from those red players chasing him.
He did really well there, Cole Palmer. He was looking forward for the pass, but he wasn't on. So just to keep the ball, I want to give it away. away because they've been under pressure. Just want a breather. Look at that, in terms of the stats, 520 passes. That's how much the Chelsea been without the ball.
Madueke. It's too much on that pass, Kwanza. Recover. Talk about the pace in the attack for Chelsea. Of course, Liverpool used to try and cover those spaces. He's played, he's had that job to do today. Here's Salah. Salah again. Tsimikas. Nunez. Tsimikas. Back post it goes. Salah! Back to hit the target.
He would have done. It was excellent play by Liverpool. Chelsea defended that first attack really well, held the edge of the box, but then they've done really well to keep the ball going, and then this is a lovely pass. I think Salah's definitely onside, just trying to guide it into the far post. He looks at the linesman, hoping for the flag to go up to get him out of trouble, but again, doesn't quite time it right. It's the right technique, just got the execution not quite correct.
Malo Gusto. And Latvia wrapping up the appreciation for the home supporters, and maybe just dismissing what the Liverpool fans are saying to him, just reminding him who the champions are. Giving good spirits by the young player. He's had impressive moments in this campaign.
Yeah, 90 minutes under his belt. Again, just trying to find more fitness. We can see the effect he has on this Chelsea side in the centre of this world. Malo Gusto, never disappointed when I've seen him play in the Chelsea shirt. Comes on, a little bit more energy. Now Caicedo will go into his favourite position, the centre of that midfield, and Gusto will take up the right back position.
Substitution made by Chelsea. And he's only 21 years of age, Malo Gusto.
Well, just the problems Reece James had in terms of injury. More unable to play, so he gets forward, defends well, do that thing. I like him a lot.
Played a couple of years in this Premier League season. The scoreline as it stands. Chelsea 5th. Gusto's header. Caicedo. Cucurella.
That's that Caicedo under pressure to his box. Look what he gets Chelsea away, securing that possession.
Place for Madueke. Madueke cutting inside. Blocked by Kwanza. Fernandez and Sancho coming in. And Alisson makes a save. Not many efforts on target today, but Alisson keeping that one out.
Typical Alisson better save, wasn't it? Brilliant save. You always felt Sancho was favoured to put that in the back of the net. He's got plenty of time to line it up. So is Alisson Becker. What he does, he gets his position absolutely perfect. Brilliant counter attack by Chelsea. First one's blocked. He's all on his own, Shenso, the far post. Look at him, he holds his position. How quickly he drops that left-hand side to get down and make the side. It's so impressive.
As far as save percentages are concerned, we've got the two goalkeepers here with the highest save percentage this season. Sanchez, followed by Alisson. There is Sanchez coming out.
Yeah, everything he's had to do is done well. Good decision. Read the high pass into the box, just took it. Takes the pressure off the side when he continues to see a keeper claim the ball like that.
Now Chelsea, as it stands, set for the 3 points. 3 points for them. Sancho. Palmer again. Oh, had no right to score from that angle, but he almost did.
He's still smiling to himself. I mean, it's brilliant. The turn is brilliant. Away from Conor Bradley, and he does it least expected thing. He sees it. Alisson just comes off his line ever so slightly. He expects that to go. He's trying to get that in off the post. So clever.
Chelsea looking dangerous again. This man on the ball. Palmer chops. And Wickeford.
Saying he's lacking confidence before this game. I think he's found his confidence again. He hasn't got his goal. It's just absolutely brilliant. I think if it's on. I don't think it's on to cut it back. But it certainly is on. Squeeze it inside that near post. He looks up, it is on. Last moment, spots a little gap. And that's so unlucky.
It's just his 10th right foot shot this season. He's had over 100 with his left. Gonna catch him by surprise. Anyway, Federico Chiesa guarantees himself a Premier League winner's medal.
Yeah, you're pleased about that. Yeah, so, you know, he gets his fit appearance. You're absolutely right, because so well, does he deserve it? Of course he does. It's part of the squad. It's so important.
That unity in the campaign. And into Liverpool as well, they just haven't needed him too much in the Premier League. And he's picked the appearance today. It's not too much of a gentleman, but make sure he's part of the party.
Upsetting that stuff. Imagine, I left down how that would feel. It was never going to happen.
It's Alisson. For Garrosh, though, the third choice goalkeeper is going to be a tougher challenge.
That one go. It's not great to go. It's not going to make that.
Back post it goes. Salah. Gusto, he's lost it to Jones. Liverpool could find one here. Makes Stamford Bridge pretty nervy. Salah.
Blocked by Gusto is totally out of position. He gave the ball away in the centre of the pitch. Big overload for Liverpool on the far post. Quite enjoying defending their box, but I just feel that if they keep allowing Liverpool good possession to man into the box, they will get that opportunity. It's another corner. It's their 6th corner of the game. Alisson's going out there this time, an outswinger, I suggest, and you look at the Chelsea players in and around that penalty spot compared to the likes of Kwanzaa and Van Dijk and Darwin Núñez. A little bit of a mismatch, so it's all about the quality of the delivery.
So Liverpool take that corner, but Van Dijk's accent! They will not be denied. Liverpool score again away from home this season, and Virgil van Dijk, maybe, just maybe, has made Stamford Bridge a little nervous.
Very nervous, but you know what? It's no surprise that they've had so much practice, and Alexis McAllister comes on, and it's all about quality, and we know the quality he's got on a dead ball, and he loses his man so easily. And it was a mismatch in around that penalty spot, but you know what? He doesn't even have to jump. That's really disappointing. Defensively, it's a really good header. Sanchez, no chance. And this Liverpool side, if you enjoyed that one, I wonder if you enjoy an equaliser.
That's a yellow card for Jadon Sancho just before that goal, delaying the restart. That restart saw Liverpool get one back. Now all of a sudden, supporters of Newcastle and Villa and Forest are thinking Chelsea might have an issue, and they'll go down the other end here with Madueke.
So all the opportunities they've had, this man.
Palmer!
Good effort. It's just where Alisson just read it. You know, and it's just under his feet a little bit, so you can't get it right in that corner. And to beat Alisson Becker from that sort of distance, it has to be perfect.
Get such a full set of data just to confirm Sancho's yellow card there. It gives you a better picture of how well players have played overall. Even if you actually haven't seen the match, you get a sense of how well they played. As far as Chelsea are concerned, when they had all the data points together, Palmer has been the standout player, even though he has no goal or assist.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's about sometimes, you know, as I said, the pass before the pass, the effect he's had on the game, the regains. You know, we talked about him defensively as well, but he's held that position towards Liverpool. So many problems with only 3 in midfield. That's the space he's exploited, and they've got him the ball in that area where he's been able to play really well. And you think, you know, he's back not in terms of goals or assists, but in terms of performance, absolutely outstanding.
Interesting enough, Endo going off. made the most successful challenges or tackles in the match. Didn't concede a foul. Didn't commit a foul. 90, he was the player that committed the most fouls in the Premier League this season. Here's Caicedo. Could be a frantic end to this one. Sancho. And still Sancho, clever. Caicedo. There's a little bit of tension around the ground. There was tension in that shot.
So as Caicedo starts on that attack, reads it brilliantly. Paul Sanchez has just killed this attack, but didn't turn the other way. And then it's on his weaker foot. I mean, it's just a slash at it, isn't it? And it's way off target. Chelsea now wanting just a shut-up shot. Reece James coming on just to settle things down. Goal scorer. So Fernandes is going to lead the stage.
Yes, managed the game through to the end, but Enzo Fernandes, particularly in the first half, a decent display.
Yes, he was. I mean, really different. Not as prominent in the second half, but his goal got Chelsea up and running. It was a really good finish. It seems a simple finish, but electing to take the touch is what made it easy. He's going to pass the captain's armband as well to Reece James. Wonder whether Reece James is going to come and operate. We know he can operate in the back line where they go to a 3 and a 5, or will he just sit in that midfield? It's the Caicedo.
On comes the club captain, Reece James. Chelsea on the 3 points here.
Malagasto is the midfielder. Standing on Alexis McAllister. Sometimes as a manager, the simple thing is just go and stop him playing. We stop him playing, we start a lot of the threat.
There's Gusto. Room to run into. Sancho. Bradley. To get round. Nunez. Look at Colwell. Excellent. Ready to win it back for Chelsea. He overplayed his hand a little bit there, but it's good aggression.
There's good aggression. Good aggression from Cucurella as well. Even though Cole was out of the equation, it's nice and tight, and they win a corner.